Good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am Jana with Crochet Crafts by Jana, and this video is a market recap. It'll be showing you how well my last market went this past weekend. Spoiler alert, it went very well. I'm so excited to share some of it with you. I'm gonna be honest, I did not do the best at filming my table on the second day because it was kind of busy, like crazy busy. And I totally forgot to take a video of what my booth looked like after, like at the very end of the second day. So I'm sorry for that. But I did get good footage of my table when I first set it up the first day. So you'll be able to see that. I'm so excited to get to the what I sold part. So take a look at how my table was set up. If you've seen my past videos, you know that I have a 6-foot folding table and a 4-foot regular table that doesn't fold. And it wasn't until the morning where we were leaving to go to the market, my husband was like, you know what, screw it. I'm not lugging that table. We're gonna stop and get you another 6-foot folding table. I was like, oh my gosh, really? I was so excited. So we stopped at Menards and got a 6-foot folding table on the way to the vendor show. So that was super nice. And it was amazing. When I signed up for this vendor fair, I didn't ask for a specific spot. Like obviously a corner spot near the front would be great, but I think you had to pay more. So I didn't do that and I was just gonna take whatever I got. And when I got there, you know, they gave me my map and I walked in and walked to where I was supposed to be and there was a guy set up there. And I was like, a little awkward, but okay, maybe the map is wrong. So I literally went all the way around trying to find my spot, and I finally found my name right at the front as you walk in. And as soon as I found it, one of the people in charge came up to me and she was like, oh, hey, you were supposed to be where that guy is, but he didn't specify he needed electricity, and where you were was where we had electricity available. And she was like, so I had to move you here. And she was like, honestly, I think it worked out in your favor. And I was like, yeah, it did. A corner spot at the front that people see when they walk in. It couldn't have been more perfect. So that worked out so well. It also was super nice that we stopped and got that 6-foot table because that made it so much nicer to set up my stuff. You saw a little bit of the setup. And everything was pretty full. I tried to do my best not to make it look like super packed because I know that can be like overwhelming. So I tried to do my best to like only have a few of my items and then just keep the extra stock underneath the table. And the first day was the day I made the most because I was there for longer. The first day was 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and that was the day where Santa came. And, you know, so I feel like that also had something to do with a lot of the people that were there. First day went so well, and I think there was one other crochet vendor, but it was a vendor, there was actually two for that space. One of them crocheted koozies, like themed koozies, like to look like Stitch or the Grinch, you know, like character koozies. And their partner crocheted plushies and like hats. There wasn't a whole lot of plushies there, so it's not like we were really selling the same thing. So I wasn't super worried about that. There was another person that had like a couple of crochet things, but that wasn't like their main selling point. So overall, I think it worked out. So anyways, the first day went very well. And then the second day, that day was from noon to 4 p.m. Now let's get to what I sold. I got my list here of everything I've sold. So I sold out of my pickles. mind blown. Y'all know, if you've seen my previous videos, that no one ever really cared for the pickles, but I sold out of my pickles. I think I had 5, but a lot of people, even like little kids, a lot of little kids love pickles, I suppose, because they were going crazy for those pickles. So I sold out of my pickles. I had a little basket of minis. What I called were minis because those were my smallest items, and probably my cheapest, along with the keychains. They're only $5 each. And in there, I had a mix of little baby dinosaurs, some whales, mini octos, a couple little Kirby's. So there was all kinds of little things I had in that basket. But specifically what sold, I think the most, were the whales. I'm looking at my list here, and it looks like I sold 6 whales out of that basket. I had 3 of the little mini dinos, and I sold all 3 of those. And it looks like, let me see, I think I sold 2 of the Kirby's. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't the best when it came to writing down the inventory because it was crazy busy, and like, it was crazy. So for the most part, like, I know I got the money right, that's for sure. And after tallying up the money, I was like, I think I missed writing down some stuff. But it was the whales that sold the most out of my minis bin. The first day, I only had 1 of the cheeky turtle. All of the people at the vendor fair were calling them the big booty turtle. So I just was calling him the big booty turtle. So I only had the 1 I made and I showed in my previous market prep video, and he sold pretty quickly. This little girl, like, I think it was her and her friend, they were looking at this turtle, and I was like, take off his shell, he's got a little surprise. And when they did that, they were like, oh, and they covered it back up and they started giggling. It was so cute. And she was like, oh my gosh. So she put it down, ran away, came back with a credit card and was like, take my money. So that night when I got home, I made 2 more. All 3 of them sold. I sold out of the big booty turtles. Those are pretty popular. Next up, let's see, I had my regular little land turtles, the little tofu turtle pattern. I only sold 2 of those. And the one that sold first was the rainbow shell that I did. And I'm not really surprised. I really liked that rainbow shell one. So that sold, and then I can't remember the other color. But yeah, only 2 of those sold. I sold 3 ducks. I sold 2 of the mallards and 1 of like the regular duck. Y'all, my absolute best seller were my axolotls. I did not expect the axolotls to sell as well as they did, but they did. Y'all want to know how many axolotls I sold? I sold 11, and I had to go home and make more. I made like 3 more after the first day, and then I made 2 when I was actually at the vendor fair. So yeah, those axolotls were so popular. I think having the different color options is really like one of the best things to do for those axolotls. At one point I only had 1 pink axolotl left, and someone came up and they were like, do you have any more of like the different colored ones? And I was like, no, I'm sorry, that's all I have. And she was like, oh crap, I should have bought some yesterday. And I was like, oh no. But yeah, I think like the blues and the purples were very popular. The green was the last to go. But yeah, the blues and the purples was very popular. I totally forgot to change the price. I had them priced at $12 in my Square app, but the sign I had out on the table said 10. Silly me. By the way, if you hear any random noises in the background, it's my cats going crazy, so I'm sorry about that. Next up are the cat buns. I sold out of my cat buns. Sold out. I only had 4. I had a black one, a white one, a gray one, and a brown and white one, and all of those sold. I had 2 of the dinosaurs with the white spikes on them. I had a green and a purple one, and both of those sold. I had a couple sea turtles. I had a sunflower one, a regular one with the green body, brown shell, and then a brown body with a blue and white shell. And it was the green and brown one that sold. I had 1 medium corn cob, that one sold. I sold just 1 of my gingerbread men. I only had 1 reindeer, and that sold. I sold 2 of my leggy frogs, 1 in a purple color and 1 in the green color. I had 2 of the little no-sew bunnies that I tried, and both of those sold. You guys, I couldn't believe it. I sold one of my voodoo dolls. I was not expecting that, but it wasn't the big plushy one. It was the small one made out of my cotton yarn, and that one sold. I was so excited. I think I showed you in my previous market prep the like budgie bird, the free Instagram pattern that was white and blue. That one sold. I called them the cuddle bunnies because I think that's what the pattern is called, but they were the floppy-eared white bunnies that would hold little hearts, and I had one holding a red heart and one holding a pink heart, and the one holding the pink heart sold. I was able to sell 3 of my $5 keychains. I think I sold the little smiling flower, a little voodoo doll head, and I can't remember the third one. I didn't write it down specifically, so I'm sorry. The plushie mushroom fidgets, I sold 3 of them. I sold one in every color. I sold the pink one, I sold the red one, and I sold the blue one. I did have a little fidget mushroom that I tried and tested in the Big Twist Posh yarn, but that one came out a little smaller, so I priced it at $8, and that one sold. I sold 2 of my mini corn cobs, my little baby dragon snugglers. I made one in green and one in red, and both of those sold. My cute little Christmas tree with his little smiling face, he sold. I was able to sell 3 chickens, a white one, a brown one, and I think it was like a mixture of like grays and whites was the third one. I sold 3 little bees. I was able to sell 2 of my baby chicks. The one penguin I had sold, the little chubby black and white one. You guys, it was so bittersweet. My toothless dragon sold. I sold him at $45 and I couldn't believe it. I didn't expect him to sell, but oh my gosh, it was adorable. I want to say the boy was around like 11, but he kept, looking at it and, telling his mom, like, I think I want that one. She's like, hey, get what you want. So he grabbed the toothless, and it was so adorable seeing him walking around. He had him in his arm and would like occasionally like put his head on Toothless's head. Oh, my heart, it melted my heart. It was adorable. I love the toothless. I'll need to make another one, really. That's what it comes down to. I just need to make another. I was able to sell 2 of my little baby cows. I had the little sunflower keychain. I sold that for $8. Oh my gosh. You guys know how much of a struggle it's been with the puppies. The puppies have not sold, and I think they've been with me this was the 3rd time I've had them at a market. Finally, it was the beagle that sold. I was so excited. That made me so happy. And last on the list last on the list, the final item was my big realistic anchor octopus. I sold it for $85. I could not believe it, you guys. Oh, I was so like, I almost was like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to buy that? It was amazing. It was the 2nd day, and this family came over. Actually, it was the little boy. He loved it, and he went to his dad and told him, like, come here. And he brought him over and was like pointing at the octopus, like, oh my gosh, I love this octopus. I need it. And his dad's like, what are you gonna do with that? And his little boy's like, cuddle it. So cute. And he's just talking to him like, are you sure you really want that? And the little boy was like, yes, I absolutely need it. And, he's just kind of going over like through this conversation. The little boy walks to his mom because his mom was wanting to say something to him. So I turned to the dad and I'm like, if you want, I can lower the price. And he's like, no, don't lower your price. You're here to make money. You made that. And I was like, oh. So, and then he was like, actually, I'm waiting for the little one to walk away so I can buy it for him for Christmas. And I was like, no way. I think the kids started to wander off into a separate part to go see Santa. The mom was like, he's gonna be over there. I don't think he'll even see it. And so the dad was like, okay, I'll take the octopus. And the mom was like, I can run it out to the car quick. And when she picked him up, she was like, ooh, he's a little hefty. I was like, it's made out of blanket yarn. And she was like, so it's durable. I was like, yes. But it was so cool. It was amazing. I was so excited to see that octopus go. And I know that little boy is going to be so happy on Christmas Day to open that and see that. In total, for both days, I made $1,000 $82. I was telling you guys I would be happy to even make half of what my stock is, and I almost did it. I'm so over the moon, and I cannot believe I actually did as well as I did. But I am so grateful to have done that well. It was really, it was needed. And all that hard work paying off, it's just amazing. And I'm so happy the market went well. I actually had signed up, or I had messaged another school event for December 14th. But they were all full, and they were like, oh, we'll put you on a waiting list. So I don't think I'll actually go to that market, because that would be next weekend. And it kind of wouldn't really be that good because I am low on my stock and I would need to crochet a lot for that market. But I highly doubt people will drop out because that one seems like it's going to be a popular one. That'll be for next year. I just need to remember to sign up for that. I'm glad with this being my last market of the year. I'm so happy with how it went. And there was a couple people, like I had posted on my personal Facebook profile, like, hey, I'm gonna be here for my last market of the year, come say hi. And there were some people that came to say hi, and that made me so happy. It was a good weekend. I have not crocheted since then, but it's only been, let's see, one day. Today is Monday. So the last time I crocheted, it was at the event on Sunday. I also need to work on a request by one of my cousins. He requested a Gengar, the Pokemon Gengar. So that'll be up on my list of what I'm going to crochet next, so that way I can hurry up and just get that done for him. But other than that, I gave a lot of my business cards away. Oh, speaking of, I almost completely forgot. Sorry, the sun keeps shining in my face. I almost completely forgot that there was a 3D print. There was actually 2 booths for 3D printing people. One of them, the guy came up and he loved my pickles. And he was so kind. He was like, do you have a card? And I was like, yeah, they're out on the table. And I just have them laying on the table. And they're not even like super special. They're literally like the card stock, and I print them off on my printer. I'm not gonna lie, my printer's kind of poopy. I got the cheapest one I could because, you know, money. He was like, you know what, I'm gonna make you a business card holder. I'll be back. And I was like, what? It was so cool. I'm gonna go grab it so I can show you. This is what he made me. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's kind of hard to see in this bright sun, but it says take one, and it has like this little gap in here where you can put your business cards. I could not believe, like, oh my gosh. He just walked on back and put my cards in there and walked away. I was like, this guy is so sweet. So that was so cool, so cool. That made me so happy. My voice is kind of going, sorry. I was talking a lot and having a good time at this market. I couldn't have asked for a better end to the year when it came to my series of markets. I'm just ecstatic about it all, and I'm so happy, and just gives me a reason to keep going, you know. And I'm so looking forward to next year signing up for those markets, because I didn't actually start signing up for markets till I think it was at the end of August of this year. I started signing up for markets. I didn't really go the full year, and I'm still trying to figure out like what markets to attend to throughout the year, because I'm not sure like what months I feel are good. Like, do people really go to markets in January? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm just gonna sign up for as much as I can for the ones I feel would be best for me. That is on my list to do, and I'm definitely going to sign up for this one again next year. I had a great time, and it's always nice to meet such wonderful people. But yeah, that is my market recap on how well it went, and I'm so happy it went as well as it did. I appreciate you tuning in. I know y'all were really hoping for me to have a good market. Y'all are so sweet to me. I could not ask for a better community. You guys are the best. And with that, I'm probably going to go crochet, even though I said I was going to take a break. But I kind of want to get that Gengar done. But I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. I love seeing your beautiful face. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you know when I upload next. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.